Having fun. Okay, good evening, everybody. Glad you're here. And we have a lot of empty spaces, so here's what we're going to do with that. I think we'll remove those two chairs. Gentlemen, would you be willing to take those out in the hall?
Of course.
And I need somebody, if you remember last time, we had somebody touching the person who's going to be on the table. Hi, Danny. Glad you're here. And what we're going to start with is our statements of who we are. Does everybody have one? If not, I'll say them and you just repeat them. We'll do it that way. Okay? So this is helping us remember who we really are. I'm a child of the divine.
I'm a child of the divine.
I am wonderfully made.
I am wonderfully made.
I am connected to every person, place, and thing in the universe.
I am connected to every person, place, and thing in the universe.
I give myself permission.
I give myself permission
And allow myself to be prosperous.
and allow myself to be prosperous
And have a successful, meaningful life.
and have a successful, meaningful life
With myself,
with myself,
others, and the divine.
and the divine.
I'm at peace with myself and my environment.
I am at peace with myself and my environment
And enjoy the great opportunities for my prosperity
and enjoy the great opportunities for my prosperity
on a daily basis.
on a daily basis.
Amen. That's who we really are. Now, Sandy, you're new, correct? You've been here before? And I don't remember? I'm sorry. Okay. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Okay, what we're doing tonight is we're going to go ahead and do the sacred healing meditation. And since we have some empty chairs, instead of removing them because we're not sure who else is coming, I'd like for you to put someone or someone's in those empty chairs. Somebody who will be helped and be part of what we're doing tonight. So we'll do it that way. Last time we held hands, so if we're going to do that, let's move up, everybody. I just need to be...
No.
Okay, good. Okay, that makes it easier for us. Okay. All right, so this healing meditation was developed by some medical doctors who were studying Eastern medicine and Eastern philosophy. I believe it was probably in the 60s. And it was, this particular type of healing was taken on by the Unity Church. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Unity Church beliefs, but they were the ones that even when they built their new church, they had rooms upstairs where people could come and have this done. And I'm working with the person. I'm not doing anything to the person. I'll be touching Cecile with permission. Divine love is what's doing the work. And we are all divine love. So we're holding ourselves and Cecile in divine love. And we'll see what God has in store tonight for her and for all of us. Remember to stay in gratitude the entire time. And divine love is doing the healing. I'm facilitating. We're all receiving. I'm receiving at the same time. And I think I shared last time that when I took the training, the hardest thing for me was I need to be looking at her through the eyes of God. And I felt like this was so sacred, I was intruding. I've come to not believe that anymore, but that was the hardest thing for me, was to be that vehicle. I'm sure part of it was, will I do it right? And we're all perfect, whole, and complete. Keep that thought in your mind. And we'll go ahead and get started. So Cecile, will you take the honored spot? Take off your shoes.
Okay.
And any jewelry that you've got that's heavy or too much, or
Well,
we're going to be adjusting the chakras. And if you look on this paper, I know we've had this paper for a number of weeks. People are probably saying, what is this all about? But this touch is done in a spiral. And scientists are really looking at spirals these days. I know the first big spiral I saw was at a ruin, quote unquote. It's on your back. On your back. And you may put your hands down or put them up. It's up to your side. Okay? Just relax and be comfortable. So my experience with a spiral was at a ruin in Newgrange, Ireland. And this rock it was on was about as big as this table. And there was this intricate spiral. And they were still trying to figure out what it was about for the people who built this. So if you look at each point, it tells you where you may be stuck. Because when the energy isn't flowing, it manifests in our attitude and our bodies. It's this is a fascinating process to me. Very interesting to me. People have had physical healings. They've had a lot of insights. Anita, would you just stand up for a second? Tell us you've had this as part of a group and a one-on-one. What did you take away from it? What was your experience?
Well, I feel very much at peace, and I was having some pain, and I don't remember where was the pain now. It was a while ago, and the pain dissipated quite a bit. Actually, the next day I didn't feel it, and then when it came back, it was a lot less, and I experienced the same thing both times.
Thank you. I don't need to know what's going on with Cecile. Her spirit knows, God knows, and so that's all we need. Okay, go ahead and get started. Any questions, comments? And like I say, wherever there's an empty chair, put someone in there who can benefit from this. All right. Everybody just start breathing quietly, relaxing. Right here. This is a heart-to-heart meditation. My heart to her heart.
Beloved presence, come now to thee today, your grateful ones, consecrated to living a life of holiness and wholeness. We come asking not for new gifts, but to fully experience and express the unique gifts that each of us has already been given. We ask, too, that anything that is unlike our wholeness and our uniqueness, anything that would hold us back, be gently dissolved, so that it may drift away out of our lives without effort, so that we may fully experience our holiness, love, and abundance. Knowing the scripture that promises, before you call, I will answer, we give thanks and know that it is already done. And so it is. Let us begin at point 1, the heart. Now, point 2, the solar plexus. To point 3, the thymus. To point 4, the spleen. To point 5, the navel. 2.8, the brow. 2.9, the knees. 2.10, the crown. 2.11, the feet. 2.12, the transpersonal or auric point. 'Now return to your original starting position. Now let's move to the intuitional blessing. Place your right hand at the heart and your left at the crown, for example. unconditionally, to bless wherever you're guided. This is an ideal time to bless one another with prayer and meditation. So find a spot nearby to sit quietly and hold each of you as holy and whole, beloved, sacred, that your life is filled with abundance, joy, love, harmony, and peace. we will close the sacred meditation spiral. We begin at the transpersonal or auric point, point 12. Now to point 11, the feet. To point 10, the crown. To point 9, the knees. To point 8, the brow. To point 7, the hara. To point 6, the throat. To point 5, the navel. To point 4, the spleen. To point 3, the thymus. To point 2, the solar plexus. Finally, point 1, the heart. Beloved one, you are whole and holy, beloved of God, sacred and divine child of the Most High. Your life is filled with abundance, joy, love, harmony, and peace. You are holy and whole, beloved of God, sacred and divine child of the Most High. Your life is filled with abundance, joy, love, harmony, and peace. Anything unlike this fullness and richness anything that would block the full expression of your uniqueness, any past limiting issues of any kind, drift away out of your life without effort, so you fully realize your highest expression. Place your right hand at your hara and your left at your heart. The hara is the center of new life, new opportunities, new possibilities. The heart, of course, is the center of divine love. And it is also the center of realization. When we hold a possibility in our hearts, like a heart's desire or a heartfelt connection, we literally love it into existence. We bring it into manifestation by caring so much about it. So the heart is the center of realization. It creates reality. So I invite you, anytime you wish to experience the depth of the sacred meditation, to place your hands at hara and heart. Take a full, deep breath, and once again enter into the sacred meditation. Your spiritual memory will open this door for you. You will deeply experience the fullness of this time. In fact, the more often that you enter this powerful state, the more deeply you will go. An ideal time for this is just before you go to sleep at night, the last 15 minutes of your day. Then you will drift into dream time, knowing your wholeness and holiness, so that even your gentle dreaming hours will bless you. Naturally, you can use the same process to enter the sacred meditation at any time. So now, we have fulfilled the spiritual purpose of our time together. We have entered into this state in reverence, asking not for new gifts, but to simply experience and express the unique gifts that each of us has been given. We have asked to have anything unlike our highest selves to be gently dissolved. We have agreed to re-enter this powerful state often for renewal and blessing at the close of our day. Now all that remains is expressing our gratitude, knowing that our prayers are answered, our oneness affirmed. Thank you, beloved God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is. Amen.
Time you need to come back. Cecile, you just lay there as long as you want. Don't get up by yourself. That's all I ask. Don't hop off the table. Nice. You want to tell us what? You don't have to.
Well, I just felt a lot of energy, and I saw more like, started out kind of purple and then red and pink and a lot of different directions of energy. It seemed like. and sometimes in one place and another. But it was definitely moving the energy. Very nicely. And then I would think of receiving and giving, and the energy moves the best when I give. And at first I was receiving because I was tired. But anyway, it was interesting to know how much more energy I felt when I was giving.
Anybody else want to share anything? Everybody looks pretty relaxed. Very calm in here.
Very tough.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. For everybody, and I know all the people and all these empty seats were touched. I kept thinking of the man, the refugee who lost his wife and his 2 little boys, coming from Syria in the boat. He made it, but his wife and his kids didn't, so. He needed to be in the chair. We needed to bless him. Okay. We know we're ready. We have extra time.
Wow.
Anybody else, comments, questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
As you worked from one point to the other, your hands went to the point, but I didn't notice that the direction that your hand moved was in the spiral.
In the circle, okay.
So is it basically providing the healing, the mechanism where you're the tool to funnel that energy to that point, or as a practitioner, do you physically need to also follow the route of the spiral?
David, the energy.
I didn't know if
yeah,
it
when
was
I
two
do
of the
this-
same or not.
I space out sometimes. I mean, I know I missed a point, you know, it's like I was almost somewhere else, so I'm sure sometimes I do it and sometimes I may not.
So
I
you're
just-
guided, you're basically guided as
Yes.
far as your movement, your body doesn't have to necessarily move in the spiral.
Right, no,
Okay.
No.
As long as the energy is flowing in the spiral,
yes.
but you as a practitioner don't physically have to follow the spiral.
And I'm sure, I bet sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, to tell you the truth, but I get out there sometimes. I get very, yes, and I can see people as children, I can see people in the womb, I can see, and I'm getting goosebumps, but it's like God is just enjoying this person, seeing this person in whatever point in their life they are. Rejoicing, whatever you want to call it, but that's what happens to me, so sometimes I get kind of out there too.
As a brain person, I go through the steps.
Yes, yes.
There was a song by Donovan in the late 60s or early 70s. Everything runs in a circular motion. Everything runs, everything runs.
Mm,
And
I'm sure I heard that.
I probably have it on CD at home. But that was the basic line. Everything runs in a circular motion. Everything runs, everything runs.
I took a writing class at the Dallas Institute of Humanities and Culture you might want to look into. And he talked a lot about the spiral. So scientifically, people are really getting into it. And like I say, the rock, the stone that was as big as that table had the most gorgeous spiral you've ever seen. So